Well, I've been going through all kinds of experiences over the past month plus. I mean, this has been quite a journey so far for me. I'm toying around with sharing it on here to see, well, if it can help anybody, that's it, that's the goal. If anybody can relate to it, fortunately or unfortunately, because there's some sadness also in the journey, then I think that would benefit me and you. Feel less alone out here. It's just something that I'm thinking about. I feel like there's some kind of creative outlet way that I need to get out this experience so I can keep it moving, you know? And for all I know, only my haters will see it. But I'm praying that it's going to reach any and everybody that will benefit from it, you know? Because I feel like at the end of the day, we're all here to help each other. Like, we are here to learn from each other, love each other, and help each other to grow and evolve. That's the utopia that I want to live in. Moving forward, I was stunted for a month. That's the utopia I choose to live in. You know? Stay in my own lane, stay in my own reality, stay in my truth. And if I can help other people in the meantime, that's all I've ever wanted to do. And to do so creatively, well, that's just a blessing. You know? So, I'm Brienne, age 42. I'm not going to take down my previous videos. Some people might think that I would be embarrassed by them. I'm not. They're raw, they're real, and they're my truth. Moving forward, I'm feeling more like myself. I think I kind of lost myself a little bit there. There was some fear, anxiety, confusion, a lot of thinking. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a thinker. I like to look at all angles of everything before I come to my conclusion. I'm quite the dissector. So this past month, I've really been microscoping a lot of different things, past, present, future. And coming to the conclusion that at the end of every day, and when I rise every morning, I'm still me. And try as anybody will, and they have, and they are. You can't take me from me. I've worked really, really hard to get to who I am today, and I'm sure I still have mountains to climb to get to the higher version of myself. But you can't rob me of the lessons that I have fought hard to live through and learn. I mean, it's a doggone series. It's a Netflix series. You know, not literally, but you know what I mean. So I'm just going to go through this journey and share it. And the goal in mind is, one, for me to release it. I process things audibly, so I talk to myself a lot. But then, of course, I have the hope and dream that It's going to reach somebody, just one person, just one person. If it can just reach one person, I could not ask for more. For one person to be like, because I don't know about you and anybody that's gone through like an awakening like I have, but I've been very isolated going through this. And it's kind of like when COVID hit and I was like, quarantine, what's that? I've been building up for this. I've been practicing, or what's it? Yeah, like I've been preparing for this my whole life, you know? Because I've always been kind of a loner. And I'm not fancy. So, like, you know, the YouTube, I don't care about the lighting or, you know, whatever. I'm just a person. I care about people. I care about myself. And on this journey that I've been on, I was very isolated with very little help. And I'm not whining. I know it's for a reason. There's a lesson in that alone, right? Codependency. There you go. There's one. And it's really funny because I am an independent person. But I found myself, I should say I find myself in this position in my life where it's like it's okay to ask for help. You know, it's Brienne, it's okay to ask for help. It's kind of a kick in the gut whenever you realize that the people that you would ask for help, they either can't, won't, they don't respond, or possibly they're part of the what led me here. So, but I've learned a lot, and if there's anybody else out there who's going through this alone, maybe we're not alone. Not really. Maybe physically, but not spiritually. And in this regard, not digitally. God bless technology. And I'm not on social media platforms right now. The only reason I'm on YouTube is because I like to watch like conspiracy theories and, you know, I'm a nerd, so. And then I created my channel with when I was first awakened because I want to help people. That's like my root. That is the core of who I am. I'm the chick in the room that gives advice whether you ask for it or not, which I think might be annoying, but maybe not. But it's always going to be planting a seed because I want to see everybody succeed. I'm not one to kick someone when they're down. I'm not one to bring somebody down. And it's really interesting. The people out there, the collective that's out there that I resonate with so much, we have been kicked and dragged and stabbed and shot at, and, you know, we've really gone through it. And yet, still, we rise up to lend a helping hand when somebody needs it. That's what makes us different. That's what makes me different. So what I've learned through this past month is try as anybody might, and they've been trying it. I'm not going to lose my character. I'm not going to lose my heart. I'm not going to lose my purpose. And one of my purposes is to help people. So this isn't a challenge. It's the truth. You know, it's who I am. And I'm a lot of different things because we all are. But at the end of the day and the start of the day, I care about people. And even if it turns out that I care for people and they turn around and steal from me, hurt me, then I just process that, get down, microscope it, get down to why. Why did they do that? Why were they like that? Why did they say that? Da-da-da-da-da. So that I can forgive them and keep it moving forward. So anyway, it's just something that I was thinking about. Some people that I know are watching my videos and judging me. Some people I know are watching my videos and are concerned for me. And to you, I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm just going through something spiritual, and I've been doing it on my own, which is preferred and not, for the most part, alone. And the last thing I want is for anybody to be worried about me. I think that the people who this would resonate with, who have experienced what I've experienced, will understand. Those who have had an awakening and got a shock, cold water, jumping in cold water, a shock. I think that you would understand. I'm so grateful for that. And the people who haven't had one yet either will or won't understand it. And I had to circle back to myself and remind myself that, hey, Bree, what other people think of me does not define me. What other entities think of me does not define me. I know who I am. That's a beautiful place to circle back to, circling back to myself. And I have some days where I'm furious because I've had things stolen from me. And they're the kind of things money cannot buy. And then there's days where I'm like, I'm just going to go out and ignore the monitoring spirits, and I'm just going to go out and ground, meditate, pray, be happy, find things to be grateful for, be more like myself. That's what I'm typically like. I'm really cheerleadery. I'm really optimistic. There's days where I'm depressed. This has been quite a journey that I've been on. And so now I'm working on coming home to myself. I'm working on coming home to my faith, my spirit tribe, and coming home to myself. And what anybody else has to say about my journey, what anybody else has to say about my current situation, doesn't define me. Because I know my worth. I know what I do and don't deserve. I know who I am and who I'm not. And it's my journey. So I'm highly considering sharing it on this platform. Because I think it'll be good for me also. Like selfishly, I think it's going to be good for me to get it out. And I'm hoping and praying that it'll help at least one other person. Be like, oh my gosh, that happened, me too. That's what, like there's a comfort in not feeling like you're going through something alone. And what's so disappointing is this experience was supposed to be, in its own way, beautiful, a blessing. And I've spent most of it thus far in like flight, not like, like, you know, like in survival mode. I'm out here feeling like a renegade, you know, I'm out here feeling like me against the world, you know, and which I mean, I'm up for it, you know, I've been doing it. But I think I need to change my perspective of it a little. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't want to spend the rest of my time alive in this fight or flight mode. And I think talking about it and releasing it will help me. Because the truth, at the end of the day, when it comes down to our purpose and it comes down to Source, God, the ultimate parent, the ultimate creator, the ultimate artist, Source, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, when it comes down to right and wrong, there you go, good and bad, the truth, well, it's always going to come out regardless, but it's always going to win. When you're authentically yourself and you speak your truth, especially in the world we find ourselves in today, that's strong, fearless. So I just want to speak my truth. And keep moving forward. You know, I don't know. I don't know how old some of you are. I'm just gonna tell my age, though I already told you. But like cassette tapes back in the day, if you like put tape over a certain part of the cassette tape, you could like burn over it with like radio music. But sometimes the tape would get stuck in the cassette player and you'd have to rewind it. Like you'd have to take a pencil and rewind it. What was my point to that? The loop. The loop is my point to that. I feel like I've been on a loop. So I'm going to cut the tape. Or, because I'm a little frugal, maybe I'll reuse the cassette tape and I'll put a sticker or some tape over it and I'll begin a new chapter, a new soundtrack, right? Either way, I gotta shed and release. It is the year of the snake, right? Gotta shed and release. So anyway, just talking out loud. Sorry it's so long. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope you're thinking about the highlight of your day. I'm thinking about the highlight of my day. Yeah. Anyway, goodbye for now. Big hug.